My approach to speaking engagements this year has been very much about building a network of contacts and trying to keep those conversations going. And a lot of these messages, or these updates, have been about the frustrations that I've had in not just getting people getting back to me. That is what it is. But just the length of time it takes for anything to happen, and actually many of the people who I have who are the champions and they believe, yes, this is something that could and should happen, bring in well-being, bring in resilience training, bring in all these good things into the business. They're not influential enough, or they're not the budget holders, they're not the authority to sign things off. So a lot of it's been very frustrating because it's been a lot back and forth. Looks like it's getting somewhere, and then it just crumbles. So I've been kind of thinking about this. And it's not that I haven't had any success with that approach. Of course I have. And some of the things that I've done this year have been purely as the result of just never giving up. So I'm not going to stop doing that. But I'm also very aware that I need a different approach, a better approach, something that's more efficient and effective as well. And looking at a lot of the other speakers that I know through the PSA, through some of the networks that I'm in, and the way they do it, the way they position themselves, I kind of look at what they're doing, and they just, like, not just the way they look, but everything they've got, their whole branding, everything that supports them is professional speaker. And I'm looking at this and thinking, well, I'm 2 years into committing to doing this, and I'm nowhere near that stage yet. It's not just the show reel. It's not just the one sheet. It's not just the website. It's not just the branding. It's just the whole package and a lot more besides. Having keynotes that are just, right, here's a new 45-minute keynote that I have 2, 3, 4 or half a dozen of these keynotes. Like, I don't have that. Everything I'm doing is still bespoke and modular, but still bespoke. So obviously I'm not in many of the situations. I'm not in the right kind of network in terms of the conference network, the conference scene, if you will, where conference organizers are working together and say, okay, we've got a conference, let's have a speaker on well-being or resilience, and this one's worked here. It kind of goes around, and I know that happens, not all the time, but I know that it does happen. And so a big part of my shift for next year, kind of starting now as well, I'm not just waiting until next year comes around, like starting now, how can I make this happen? This is what I need to be doing. Continuing with the old way of doing things, the hard way, but what does prove to be fruitful, kind of working my, keeping in touch with people and staying connected and actually providing value and benefit as well to a lot of the people who are on my email list and who I have kind of the back and forth with as well. But also to just really work on that positioning as a speaker on a different level. I feel like 2020, going into the new year, things have to be different in terms of the way I approach this. It's not just a case of a bit more. It has to be a step change, and that's what I'm looking for. And anytime you want a step change, you can't just keep doing the same thing, getting incrementally better results. If you want a step change, you've got to change the way you're doing things. I'm a big believer in that. So that's my big sort of insights today and revelation, if you will. It's not really a revelation. It's something that's been brewing, and I've mentioned things a bit like this before, but it feels like now it's very much, this is what's happening, and now I've just got to put the plans in place, or to get the details of that plan rather, and then put that plan into place to make it happen. So there we go. There's my passionate update for the day. I'll be back again as always tomorrow, but for now, thanks for watching and listening. Stay tuned for more. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and check back again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.